Week 15 NFL Power Rankings. So in this week's edition of glorious NFL football, we had 16 games over the course of 4 days. We laughed, we cried, we had some crazy shit happen. Let's get into it. Number 32, Houston Texans. I hate that I have them at 32 because, man, it's been 2 weeks in a row where this team has played well above their station. But they legit are 2.5 games behind the next worst team, so I have no choice but have them at the basement. But 2 weeks ago, when they were sitting at 1-10-1, they had to have looked at their schedule and said, all right, guys, we got the Cowboys coming up, and then we got the Chiefs. Fuck it. Let's go out there and give them hell. And you know what? They almost got the Cowboys last week. They took the Chiefs to overtime this week. And as a home game this past weekend, this was probably like their Super Bowl. Fans were in that bitch talking about, like, let's beat the Chiefs. Let's make something of this season. I mean, a few weeks ago, I was thinking they don't want to win games, right? Because they want to secure that number one pick. But as I just mentioned, they're 2.5 games worse than the next worst team. So they can afford to win a game. And I just wonder if they had that thought mentality, that frame of mind when they were putting an ass whooping on the Chiefs. Now, John, how can you say they were putting an ass whooping on the Chiefs? It was tied. It went to overtime. I'm just saying, if Papa Smurf lined up across from He-Man and the fucking fight was like even the entire time, even though He-Man won, you still got to give props and credit to Papa Smurf for putting a whooping on He-Man. My thing is this. If Houston played this well in these last 2 games, where's this energy been all season? Number 31, Arizona Cardinals. Let me tell you something. This game between the Arizona Cardinals and Denver Broncos pissed me off this weekend. There were 4 late games this weekend. I had the local game on my iPad, so I was flipping back and forth between the 3 games on my Sunday ticket on my TV. And I'm laying on my couch. And when the other 2 games went to commercial, I was forced to put on this Cardinals-Broncos game. And what was happening was this game was making me nod off. And then I would wake up realizing that I was missing shit from the other games, the games that fucking mattered. Yes, Kyler Murray's out for the year. We get that. But this team was fucking awful even when he was in there. Colt McCoy is a decent backup. I've said that repeatedly. But then he got hurt in the game. And that forced Trace McSorley to come in and finish this game out. Like, just talking about this game right now is making me sleepy again. Like, fuck. Number 30, Denver Broncos. Broncos played host to the Cardinals in the battle of the backup quarterbacks. Now, I'll tell you, if I had tickets to this game, I would have secretly sent them to that kid from high school whom I wish very bad things on still to the day. That would have taught him. The beginning of this game for the Broncos, their offense, they were playing as if Brett Rippon was their fucking quarterback. Oh, yeah, actually. Fucking garbage. But as the Broncos defense tightened up in the second half, suddenly the offense started to move the ball. Rippon actually played pretty well. He was really efficient. Motherfucker was 21 of 26 on the day. Latavius Murray, remember him? This motherfucker turned back the clock and actually had a good game. So the Broncos get their 4th win of the season. But I'm here to tell you, if you remove fantasy football and sports betting away from the equation, not one person outside of Arizona and Denver fans would have gave a fuck about this game. Number 29, Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams. Just 2 short weeks ago, Baker Mayfield magic was all the rage. You remember? It was just 2 weeks ago. But man, on Monday night, this motherfucker went into Lambeau onto the frozen tundra, lost the game 24-12, and only threw for 111 yards. Defensively, yes, I understand, no Aaron Donald, but defensively, the Rams just couldn't stop the fucking run. Look, good news for Rams fans is the season's almost over. You've been eliminated from the playoffs. You got 10 losses, which matches the total for most losses by a reigning Super Bowl champion. And much like the t-shirts that the Rams players and coaches were wearing last year, around this time that said fuck them picks, it might be time for you to make up some new t-shirts that say fuck them playoffs. Number 28, Indianapolis Colts. A blocked punt returned for a touchdown. A fumble recovery in the red zone when the Vikings were just about to score. Stopping a fake punt on 4th down, turning the ball back over to you. All this shit attributed to a 33-0 halftime lead for the Indianapolis Colts over the Minnesota Vikings. Now, in the second half, allowing the Vikings to get back in this game was kind of disappointing. But surely the Colts are going to hold on to this lead. I mean, no team, not a single fucking team has ever allowed a 33-point comeback in NFL history. Now, the game started to get interesting in the fourth quarter. So luckily, the Colts got the ball back on a turnover on downs. Nice. They didn't do anything with it, but luckily, they got an interception off of Kirk Cousins. Nice. There's absolutely no way they lose this game. Oh my God. Overtime? Really? But it's cool. The Colts forced the Vikings to punt the ball in overtime. Game over. The Colts are going to make history. They're going to be the first team ever to have 2 ties in 1 year. Really? Really? Not only do you not score, but you punt it back and allow the Vikings to march downfield for a game-winning field goal. Jeff Saturday needs to be the first interim head coach fired in season. Number 27, Chicago Bears. So Justin Fields did some shit. He pushed his season total of rushing yards over 1,000 yards, becoming only the 3rd quarterback to ever do that. Lamar Jackson, Mike Vick, Justin Fields. That's some impressive shit, Mr. Fields. Well done. Unfortunately, your team only has 3 wins. I'll tell you what, on Sunday, in the first half of this game against the Eagles, the Bears were fucking doing their thing. They were hanging with the best team in football. They intercepted Jalen Hurts twice in the first half. Do the Bears have a chance at upsetting? Wait a second. Then the second half came along, and the Bears' offensive line just shit the bed. Again. Like, you can't do that against the Eagles, who have arguably the best pass rush in football. You're going to get your dude Fields killed. Big fat loss. 3-11. Yikes. Number 26. Atlanta Falcons. There was a time where I had faith in the Atlanta Falcons this year. The Falcons decided that now would be the time to give a shot to their rookie quarterback, Desmond Ridder. I find it very funny that I predicted that shit last week in my video. Ridder threw 26 passes in this game. Ridder had 97 passing yards. I had more passing yards watching this game on my couch. But the most important part about his performance is how awful he looked when he was throwing the ball downfield. Now, when they announced that Ridder was going to be starting and Mariota was going to get that demotion, he left the team. I honestly am not sure how that ended up. Did he come back? Is he still gone? Does anybody care? Number 25. New Orleans Saints. The Saints beat the Falcons. Yay! It's so cool. It's so awesome. Does anyone care? Can I move on? Actually, there is a touch of importance here. With this win, the Saints are now 1 game behind the Tampa Bay Bucks for the division lead. Hang on. Yeah, that's what Google says. That's how bad this division is. The fucking Saints have a shot at winning it. A legitimate shot. Number 24. Carolina Panthers. Hey, yo, the Panthers have been playing well lately. They have an opportunity to sneak out a division win because of how bad the division, just sucks. They've made this positive change by firing their coach, running the ball, and playing solid defense. Well, on Sunday, they hosted the Steelers, and they decided to not run the ball and not play solid defense. As a team, they ran the ball 16 times all game. They collected 21 yards doing that. What in the hell is that? Defensively, they were set up against 3rd downs 15 times on the game. They allowed first downs 12 of those 15 times. That's not solid defense. With a performance like that, the Panthers don't deserve to be in the conversation of division winners, but there they are. Here we are. Number 23. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm just now realizing I didn't do this on purpose, I swear. I have all 4 NFC South teams consecutively right here. 23 through 26, NFC South. Bro, the Bucs held a 17-3 lead at halftime over the red-hot Cincinnati Bengals. Everything looked right. Everything looked good. Until it didn't. A fake punt that hit Giovanni Bernard without him even knowing what the fuck was going on. That was the beginning of the end for the Bucs. The following 4 drives ended with turnovers by Tom Brady. 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles lost. And the defense didn't help. They had a dropped interception and stupid penalties. On 4th and 3 in the critical part of the game, Joe Burrow was sacked for a 23-yard loss. Tampa Bay is going to win this game. Holding, defense, automatic first down. I seriously can't wait for the Bucs to beat the Cowboys in the first round of the playoffs. Number 22, Cleveland Browns. It's starting to look like Deshaun Watson is becoming very comfortable in this Cleveland offense. In his first start in Cleveland since coming back, The Browns took on the Ravens on a Saturday afternoon game. Once again, Watson started off slowly, but later in the game, we started seeing Deshaun Watson from the Houston Texans. My boy was making some crisp passes and moving the chains with his legs. Legs. Why did I say it like that? The only touchdown of the game is when Watson found Donovan Peoples-Jones, University of Michigan, for a 3-yard touchdown to all but seal the game against a Ravens team that was just bleh. The Browns moved to 6-8 and, oh my God, stay alive in the playoff hunt. And they still have the possibility of ending with a winning record if they run the table. Number 21, Las Vegas Raiders. Yes, the Raiders got themselves a miracle win on Sunday against the Patriots. But don't get it twisted. This team is not good. This game was handed to them, quite literally. But before we even get into that, let's be honest here. Keenan Cole was out of bounds. How that was reviewed for as long as it was and called inbounds still boggles my mind. But at the same time, who gives a shit? Because what did this game mean? Maybe they were trying to make up for the tuck rule. I don't know. But the final play of the game is what everybody's going to remember this game for, right? What the fuck was Jacoby Meyer thinking? This was clearly a gift win. Keeps the Raiders in the playoff hunt somehow. But this is not a playoff team, and we all know it. Just go away, Raiders. Number 20, Pittsburgh Steelers. Listen to this. Come closer. Listen. That's pretty, isn't it? The Steelers still have a chance to make the playoffs. Yep, they sure do. Do I think this is going to happen? No. Would I be shocked if it did happen? Absolutely. But is it possible? Yes, it is. On Sunday, Pittsburgh went into Carolina to take on a Panthers team who's been playing a lot better lately. The Panthers needed this game, so it's not like they rolled over for the Steelers. When this game came back from halftime, the Steelers held a 14-7 lead. Then they put together an epic 21-play touchdown drive that took up almost 12 minutes of game clock. Now that's how you win a game in the NFL. It also mentally fucked the Panthers, and ultimately it led to another Steelers win. This team is 6-8. They are 6-8. Number 19, Tennessee Titans. So the Titans defense, they played well enough to get a win in Los Angeles on Sunday against the Chargers. They sure did. Their offense? Not so much. Look, everybody knows that the Chargers' run defense, it's not all that. So you would think that King Derrick Henry would have a fucking day. 400 yards at least. Because, you know, he's the greatest running back to ever touch the ball. Yeah, sorry about that. I associate with way too many Titans fans, and some of their crazy thoughts like bleed into my... Yeah, I'm sorry. In all honesty, Derrick Henry, he had a decent game. Up until that last drive, he accounted for I think 92% of the Titans offense on the day. But the bottom line is the Titans have no playmakers. None. Now, granted, Tannehill got hurt early in this game, and when he did return, he was less than 100%. I get that. But even at 110%, Ryan Tannehill, he's still trash. Big old trash can. And we all know that. Come on. Even Titans fans know that. The Titans are at 7-7 and are clinging to that AFC South first place position. But I'm here to tell you, that team that's chasing them, yeah, that team's better than the Titans. Number 18, New England Patriots. What in the actual fuck? I have watched this final play of this game at least 20 times. And I get confused more and more. Every time I watch it, I'm like, huh? Again, over and over and over again. I'd love to know what the thought process was here. Now, Ramondre Stevenson, after the game, admitted that it was his fault. Had he not flipped the ball back to Myers, maybe Myers doesn't flip the ball again back towards Mac Jones. Stevenson feels that he put that thought process into Jacoby Myers. I mean, I understand his thought process there, but come on, man. Jacoby Myers is an NFL player. He knows the situation. He knows what's going on. But of all the quotes at the end of this game, my favorite one was through head coach Bill Belichick. A reporter asked Bill Belichick what the thought process was on that final play. He asked him, why not go take a shot at the end zone? Belichick sat there silent and then looked at him. He's like, take a shot at the end zone? And the reporter was like, yeah, this is the NFL, a Hail Mary, maybe you've heard of it. And Bill Belichick openly said, Mac Jones couldn't throw it that far. That statement right there speaks volumes. Volumes about why the Patriots are where they are. Your head coach doesn't have faith in your quarterback. to trust that he can throw the ball 55 yards on a Hail Mary. I've been saying it. I keep saying it. I'll continue to say it until I'm blue in the fucking face. Mac Jones is not an NFL starting quarterback. Number 17, Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks coming into the season were supposed to be a bottom 5 team. And they were a crazy surprise. I believe they were like 6-3 at one point. But this team that you're watching right now, the team that is currently 7-7, yeah, this is the team that they were talking about in the preseason. Now, granted, this week they played against one of the best teams in football with an amazing defense. I get it. But sitting at 7-6 coming into this game, if you want to make the playoffs, these are the type of teams that you need to show up against. Between fumbles, settling for field goals, the Seahawks just kept on shooting themselves in the foot. Geno Smith has been bad over the last couple of weeks. But this loss should not be placed on his head. Mistakes, poor defense, and poor tackling, and dumbass penalties took opportunities away from the Seahawks to even compete with the 49ers in this game on Thursday night. Number 16, Green Bay Packers. Monday Night Football, Packers hosting the Los Angeles Rams. It's cold as shit. As us New Yorkers would say, it was brick ass. So what happens when it's cold out? You run the ball. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon took over the fucking game. Just shy of 200 yards between the two of them. 3 touchdowns, all the touchdowns in the game for the Packers. And Green Bay's defense, yeah, they took care of the rest against a really bad Rams offense. Now, Green Bay's still alive in the playoffs. They are. Sitting at 6-8, they probably have to win out. Not that likely, for sure. But, if anyone's going to have a chance of doing that shit, Aaron Rodgers just might be the guy. Number 15. New Jersey Jets. So Mike White was not cleared by the doctors to play in this game after bruising some ribs against the Buffalo Bills last week. So here we go. It is Zach Wilson time. This is it. This is probably his final chance to do something in New Jersey to keep his job on some level. And you know what he did? He looked okay. He didn't look great, but he also didn't look Zach Wilson terrible. He played mistake-free football in the first half, and he actually looked really good when he was rolling out and making passes. But later in the game, when he was asked to stay in the pocket and just fucking fire passes, you know, like a typical NFL quarterback, dude looked like he had no clue what the fuck was going on. He got sacked, he overthrew his receivers, he underthrew his receivers, and he threw an absolutely terrible interception. You look at the box score, and it's going to indicate that he actually had a decent game. But the eye test in this game is going to tell you, against a terrible Lions defense, he's not the guy. He's not. But I'm really hoping that this current cycle just keeps on continuing. He gets benched. He's offered another final opportunity. He looks good. He earns himself another start or two. Then he's back to being the franchise quarterback. Then he puts up a Zach Wilson type game, gets benched, then a couple weeks later gets that opportunity again. Plays decent. Just keep on going with the cycle. Keep on going for at least, 4 or 5 years. As a Bills fan, I would fucking love that. Do that. Waste this amazing defense you have by fucking with a dumbass quarterback. It would just be beautiful. Number 14. Washington Commanders. Look, I really like Tyler Heineke. The man is a fucking gamer. He knows what needs to get done, and he goes out and he fucking does it. Or at least dies trying. It's an absolute shame that on Sunday Night Football that I almost call them the Redskins, that the Commanders came up on the wrong side of this game against the Giants. I was conflicted in this game because I've been rooting for the Giants all year, but I really like Heineke, so I didn't know who I wanted to win this game. Washington has been hot since they made the switch from Wentz to Heineke. They climbed all the way back into a playoff spot by doing so. But now, as it sits, a tie, then a bye week, now a loss, has them not winning a game in 4 weeks. They currently sit in the final wildcard spot, but they're only a half a game up on the Detroit Lions, who are playing outstanding football. There's reports out there now that Ron Rivera said that Wentz is available and he's not sure how much longer he's sticking with Heineke. Like, that might be the dumbest thing I fucking heard. This is on par with Jacoby Myers firing the ball backwards. But in this game on Sunday night, man, I swear, I know this sounds terrible, but I really wanted to see this game tie. Yeah, I really did. I wanted to see Washington score a touchdown, get the 2-point conversion, go to overtime, have it end in a tie, 20-20, exactly the same fucking score as the last time these two teams played. That would have been epic. But as it were, Brian Robinson scores a touchdown late in this game, but there is a penalty on Terry McLaurin for not being lined up at the line of scrimmage. Despite him looking at the ref, asking if he was good, inching up a little bit, giving a thumbs up, and then the flag immediately came out as soon as the ball was snapped. Little fucking shady, little fucking crazy, but at the end of the day, it's not the job of a referee to make sure you're on the line of scrimmage. So you know what? That's on you, McLaurin. It really is. And then on the very next play, man, was Curtis Samuel. Yeah. Pass interference much? I don't know what happened there, man. Vegas must have had something to do with this game. The Giants needed to win that game. I know the over-under was 40.5, so had that game gone to overtime, tied 20-20, you know what I mean? Like, it would have been a little close. The NFL is it's a fucked up time in the NFL right now. A lot of conspiracy theorists out there, and it's hard to argue. Number 13, Miami Dolphins. All week long, much was made about Tua and the Dolphins heading into Buffalo on a Saturday night game where there was like a 7 inches to a foot of snow expected to be. It was all the hype this week. Miami Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel actually played into it. He was seen at practice earlier this week wearing a t-shirt saying, "I wish it was colder." Now, because I'm that guy, I like to stir the pot, right? I like to poke the bear. I actually thought this was clever. And if it was against any other team than the Buffalo Bills, I would have been like, hey, man, fuck yeah. But then you know what? The game started. And the Buffalo Bills scored a touchdown. And when they did so, Buffalo Bills fans threw snowballs. Because when the Bills fans entered the stadium failed to clear off the 1.5 feet of snow on their seats. So where the fuck is this snow going? Look, I like the celebration when a team scores and you just see snow flying everywhere. I do say that it was pretty fucked up that Bills fans were pelting players with snowballs that were being called ice balls. That's wrong. They shouldn't have been doing that. However, I do find it ironic, and I'm not saying that it's wrong or right or whatever. I find it ironic that the man, Mike McDaniel, that was poking the bear all fucking week about the weather, went running and crying to the refs. We're getting hit by snowballs, man. I think I heard that one of the Dolphins players took a snowball right to the vagina. Now that's fucking wrong. But as far as the game goes, okay? It was cold. It didn't snow like it was supposed to. I mean, it did in the fourth quarter late, but it didn't affect the game for the most part. I got to give a lot of respect to the Dolphins. I was not expecting them to play this well. That fucking run game almost killed the Bills. The Bills couldn't stop their run game. I find it crazy that everybody talks about the speed of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I mean, the dude's name is the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. But it's fucking Mostert. Mostert is the man. I have a friend who's a Dolphins fan who tells me that secretly the three of them race all the time, and Mostert never fucking loses, ever. In the fourth quarter, when the snow started to come down, it almost seemed like a fucking switch was flipped. The Bills suddenly were moving the ball. Dolphins couldn't do shit. Dolphins lose on a field goal as time expired. But goddamn, man, much love, much credit, much respect goes to the Dolphins for this game, honestly. Number 12, Baltimore Ravens. Have you heard the reports of Ravens fans showing up at the facilities with stacks of flyers saying fire the offensive coordinator? Greg Roman was once the offensive coordinator in Buffalo, and I fucking hated that dude. I was so glad when he left. But Ravens fans are fucking livid, and they are just trying to get him, they're trying to run him out of fucking Baltimore. Saturday afternoon, the Ravens traveled into Cleveland to take on the Browns. Score only 3 points, which isn't too shocking considering Lamar Jackson's out. But the Ravens have been suspect all year, in my opinion. One week their defense plays well, the next week it's absolute shit. The offense shows up one week, then they're MIA the next. The only thing that seems to be consistent with this team is their kicker, Justin Tucker. Arguably the greatest kicker in the history of our game. But on Saturday against Cleveland, Justin Tucker attempted 3 kicks and only made 1. One was blocked, and the other one was just a terrible miss. A couple things are going on here. 1, Lamar Jackson is proving his fucking worth. The Ravens average over 25 points a game when he plays, and around 10 points a game when he doesn't. With this loss, the Ravens fall out of first place in the AFC North, but are still in the playoffs for the time being. Number 11, Jacksonville Jaguars. This is absolutely fucking crazy. Sunday afternoon, Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars hosted the Dallas Cowboys. And against an elite Cowboys defense, Trevor Lawrence engineered a fantastic come-from-behind win with an excellent offensive performance by Zay Jones. Bro, at one point, the Jaguars scored 3 touchdowns in 3 drives in less than 9 minutes. Now, Trevor Lawrence is really starting to make me eat my fucking words. I didn't understand the hype around him. His entire rookie season last year, he was pure ass. And I was like, I told you so. Comes to find out, it was because he was playing under Urban Meyer. However, this year, under Doug Peterson, dude looks good. He's throwing darts to my boy, ex-Buffalo Bills Zay Jones. I'm loving that. My hatred, my shade that I used to throw at Trevor Lawrence is gone. It's gone. I actually rooted for him, man. It might be because they played the Cowboys. I don't know, but I was rooting for him on Sunday. I was. As I said, maybe it's Zay Jones. Maybe it was against the Cowboys. Maybe it's because he looks like my son. I have a 17-year-old son that looks just like Trevor Lawrence. The Jaguars have firmly inserted themselves in the playoff mix. And guess what? They're one game behind the Titans for that division lead. Holy fuck. Number 10, Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah, I still hate this team. On Sunday, this was one hell of a roller coaster game between the Chargers and Titans. Like in the beginning of this game, Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense looked like elite. Thought for sure this was going to be a blowout. But after that drive, Justin Herbert looked at his offense and said, come on, guys, let's go it's nap time. 2 interceptions by Justin Herbert in this game certainly didn't help his efforts. But it was the very end of the game when it mattered most. He made some plays to set the Chargers up for success. And in a tie game, he rolled out to the right and fucking hit Mike Williams with a damn rope. Justin Herbert was out here looking like Josh Allen. Yeah, I said what I said. This beautiful pass set up the Chargers for the game-winning field goal. Chargers get the win, move to 8-6, move into the playoffs, and in my opinion, might just run the table because they are sizzling hot right now. Number 9, New Jersey Giants. All right, hang on a second. Allow me to read this word for word because it's a lot. 12 tackles, a strip sack, a fumble recovery, ran it in for a touchdown, 3 tackles for a loss, a QB hit, 3 run stuffs, and 2 QB pressures. Yeah, there was no way I was going to memorize that shit without having to look at it. That's what Kayvon Thibodeau did on Sunday night against Washington. In a huge NFC matchup with plenty of playoff implications. The Giants came into Washington on a 4-game winless streak. I say winless because they had a tie in there. After starting the season so hot, this win over Washington was a huge fucking statement. And they can thank a very solid defensive performance, as I've already pointed out, by one man. And late in the game when it mattered most, Saquon Barkley turned into beast mode. Calm down, fans of Marshawn Lynch. Barkley did his thing. Now, I don't want to revisit the final play of the game because I don't want to upset people. I've already talked about that in the Washington segment. Let's just say that the Giants were a little lucky to walk out of this game without going into overtime. Number 8, Detroit Lions. After a win in New Jersey over the Jets on Sunday, the Detroit Lions are a half game out of a playoff spot. Let me say that again. The Detroit Lions are a half a game out of a playoff spot. This team was 1-6. I'll be honest, watching this game on Sunday, I thought their magic carpet ride was over. After the Jets took that late lead, I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. The Lions were set up 4th and inches. This is the game. And instead of running up the gut with Jared Goff, either one of their running backs, even a fucking fullback or a lineman or anything, Jared Goff dropped back, hit his tight end. I had to look. His name is Brock Wright. Hit him in stride, and he took that whole 51 yards for a damn touchdown. Shit was pretty. Lions moved to 7-7. They have 3 teams left on their schedule, all of which are under 500. Panthers, Bears, and Packers. Smells like the playoffs. This is going to be fun. Number 7, Dallas Cowboys. First off, I need to address something. When you wear the number 1 in football, more so in college than the NFL, but because of the new rule where skill players can wear whatever number they want, it kind of bleeds over into the NFL now. When you wear the number 1, you better know that it comes with expectations. With that being said, this dude, Kelvin Joseph, needs to change his fucking number right fucking now. Not only did this man play like major ass on Sunday against the Jaguars, but he was benched for that bad play. Yeah. This loss to the Jaguars kind of exposes some kinks in the armor, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't realize that Kelvin Joseph was this fucking terrible until I watched this game. The Cowboys have been considered to have an elite defense all season long. And in the last 2 weeks, the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars exposed that shit. And in the last 2 weeks, they've relied on their offense to pick up the slack for that poor play of that defense. Elite? I'm not shitting on them, right? That defense is still fucking fantastic. But elite? That secondary needs some serious help. And in conclusion, I know, look, I'm just some random fucking dude that nobody knows making some funny fucking power ranking videos for my friends. But in my honest opinion, I think it's imperative that the Cowboys focus more on their own fucking team and stop focusing on Jalen Hurts' MVP candidacy. Stop focusing on what the fucking Eagles are doing. Stop focusing on OBJ. Get your shit in order. Cowboy fans, you get so mad that nobody respects you. And everybody's got jokes. And there's all these Cowboy haters. Stop giving them ammunition. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. That's just me. Number 6. Kansas City Chiefs. Now, that's 2 weeks in a row that the Kansas City Chiefs escape a threat from 2 of the worst teams in football. Look, at the end of the day, they got the wins. That's all that fucking matters. Whether that win is 54-0 or 30-24 in overtime, a win's a win. And the Chiefs are still 11-3. And they are still tied with the Buffalo Bills for the best record in the AFC. That's all that matters. But you also can't just ignore these last 2 performances. I'm just saying. With this win in overtime against the Texans, the Chiefs clinch the AFC West again and have 3 games left in the season to overpass the Buffalo Bills for that 1 seed. Number 5, Minnesota Vikings. Stop it. You stop it right now. When I tell you that I was cursing at my TV for a solid hour and a half in the first half of this fucking game, I was on social media posting about how I hate the fucking Vikings. Earlier that morning, I'm thinking to myself, why wouldn't you put a sizable fucking bet on the Minnesota Vikings to beat the Colts by 3.5 points? What? 33-0 at halftime? When I tell you, I was fucking heated. Kirk Cousins was out there being Kirk Cousins. But that second half, a little bit of a different story. The Vikings scored their first touchdown, and I was like, cool, they saved the face, whatever, you know. It's halfway through the third quarter, 36-7. But then they scored again. And again. The Vikings came all the way back to tie the game at 36. Are you kidding? Despite turning the ball over in the fourth quarter and throwing an interception, they still came back and tied this fucking game. In overtime, the Vikings were forced to punt. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You came all the way back to lose? But I don't think the Colts wanted to win this game because they had to punt it back to the Vikings. And with very little time left on the clock, they got into field goal range, kicked a 40-yarder to fucking win the game. They come back from 33 points down, which is the largest comeback in NFL history, dethroning my Buffalo Bills' 32-point comeback against the Houston Oilers. And it's got me wondering, did the Vikings play this well in order to make this comeback, or did the Colts just suck that bad? Either way, Vikings get a win, which is cool for Vikings fans, but they won by 3. And I lost my sizable bet because I was giving up 3.5. Thanks. Number 4, Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals on Sunday against Tampa Bay didn't start playing this game until there was 2 minutes left in the first half. Spotting the Bucs a 17-0 lead, the Bengals kicked a field goal right before halftime to make it 17-3. What the f? But in the second half, the Bengals came out and played in a manner in which the experts think that this is the best team in football. They score fast and they score a lot. A 17-0 deficit quickly turned into a 34-7 lead. That right there is proof that this offense can do magical things. This very impressive win over the Bucs, coupled with a Ravens loss, puts the Bengals in first place in the AFC North. But I truly think that the Bengals need to at least pay attention to the concern that they have with their very slow starts, because it happens often. But at the end of the day, after starting the season 0-2, the Bengals have since gone 10-2 and are now 10-4. Number 3, Buffalo Bills. So we didn't get the snow game that we all wanted, but we did get an excellent division game between the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins on a Saturday night for everyone to watch. A very bad run defense, and even worse roughing the punter fucking call on Cam Lewis, had the Bills trailing in the fourth quarter by 8 points. Shit was not looking good. I was fucking mad. But the Bills, the Buffalo Bills, they have that not-so-secret weapon by the name of Josh Allen, or as his teammates like to call him, 17. Down 8 points in the fourth quarter, Allen broke off a 44-yard run. Put the Bills in the red zone. Shortly after that, found Dawson Knox in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Down by 2, the Bills went for 2. And this badass motherfucker, Josh Allen, decided to go over the top. Was hanging out 6 feet above the fucking ground over all these linemen, reaching forward with the fucking ball, showing no fucking care, showing his passion, his dedication, getting it done to win anything that needs to happen, this man will fucking do. And that's why I love this dude. And that's why Bills Mafia is obsessed with this dude. He doesn't slide. He doesn't shy away from contact. He puts his fucking... Like, if it was possible, I would have this man's children. Ultimately, after the Bills tied the game, the Bills stopped the Dolphins. The snow started to fall. They drained the clock with a very long drive, got in the field goal range, wiped the snow off the fucking ground for Tyler Bass. The kick is up. The kick is fucking good. 5 straight wins. Put a 3-game lead on the fucking Dolphins. Clinch a playoff berth for the 4th straight fucking year. Remain the number 1 seed in the AFC. And actually had me thinking. 18 years. For 18 years, this team didn't make the playoffs. For 18 years, their best season was 9-7, and they did it twice. They've now won 10 games, double-digit wins for the 4th straight year. They're now going to the playoffs for 5 seasons out of the last 6. And I'm looking at my son, who's a Bills fan, and I'm like, you spoiled little shit. My son knows the Bills to be good. He doesn't feel that pain. And when I try and tell him about that fucking pain, he's probably looking at me like, okay, boomer. It's just not fair. Number 2. San Francisco 49ers. And we all thought that the Vikings would be the first team to clinch the division. No, sir. It was the San Francisco 49ers locking up the NFC West with their win on Thursday night. The Niners went into Seattle to play the fraudulent Seattle Seahawks. And that legend of Brock Purdy just continues to blossom. This dude came out and completed his first 11 passes. He came out and orchestrated another dominant win. This man just might be the real deal, man. If you saw the interview after the game with him and George Kittle openly talks about them having so much faith in him during the preseason. Purdy was up there trying to be modest, and Kittle was like, fuck all that noise. This is the man right here. I honestly think that speaks volumes. On top of his great play, this dude's got weapons. I talk about it all the time. Debo, you have Christian McCaffrey in your backfield. I don't know, man. Is this team going to lose another game this year? Are they going to lose a game in the playoffs? I don't know. But listen, I got to talk about something here, all right? I cannot watch a Niners game without looking at George Kittle and Joey Bosa and their helmets, the style of helmets that have. And I immediately think of the Blue Falcon. If you don't know who the Blue Falcon is, if you're younger, okay, he was a cartoon character in the 80s. His little sidekick was a dog, and his name was Dynamite. Yeah, go Google him and look at his helmet and tell me that shit don't look like George Kittle and Joey Bosa. Number 1, Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts has been regarded as the MVP by a lot of people so far this year. Maybe not by Micah Parsons, but by a lot of other very knowledgeable NFL experts. But on Sunday in the first half against the Bears, he was unrecognizable. He was 8 for 16. He had thrown 2 interceptions to a team who hasn't had an interception since Halloween. But in the second half, Hurts came out and he was himself. His ability to break tackles and escape pressure allowed him to run for 3 fucking touchdowns. In the first half of this game, the Eagles were on upset alert. Absolutely. In the second half of this game, the Eagles showed why they only have 1 loss on the year. Now, the reports have been over the last couple of days that Jalen Hurts hurt his shoulder. I watched that play. I saw him land on his shoulder. With this big game against the Cowboys coming up, this is going to do so much shit. If he does not play, 1, if Gardner Minshew gets a win over the Cowboys, oh my, I'm so glad I live in the Dallas market. 2, if the Eagles lose without Jalen Hurts, I'm going to be mad that I live in the Dallas market because I don't want to hear Cowboys fans. 3, if he plays and doesn't play well, the excuses are going to come out about why he played bad because he's hurt. Just fucking poor timing with this injury, man. All right, that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Another great week with a lot of exciting games. We've got another great week coming up. Cannot wait to do my rankings next week and discuss more of the games this upcoming week. And as always, thank you for watching.